Welcome to the Shills Halftime Report. I'm Babes Troglodyte. I am departing from my regular idiot report format to focus on a few things much grander this week. The Shills are honoring the 50th anniversary of the U.S. moon landing on July 20th, 1969, and that was indeed probably the most noteworthy of the events that transpired that year. There were a few other positive things, however, that made 1969 a remarkable year indeed. This is my own personal top 5 awesome events of 1969. My own list, well, with the exception of one contribution, shall we say groovy contribution, from Logical. I feel this upbeat list is important because many social historians often tag 1969 as a disaster, with the gruesome turmoil in Southeast Asia and seemingly endless social unrest stateside, amongst other things. So let's go look at number 5. Starting with number 5, appropriately, The Fifth Dimension releases their blockbuster Grammy-winning album, The Age of Aquarius. The time was perfect. There was magic in the air, and after all, it was the 60s, a time filled with flower children and gurus, headbands, long hair, and incense. The Dimension's vocal brilliance delivered what was known as the California sound, and the hit, The Age of Aquarius, was featured in the groundbreaking anti-establishment Broadway musical, Hair. This music is still all over boomer radio stations today, and the music left an indelible impression on both the music charts and the consciousness of a generation of baby boomers. The music holds up today, still stirring, still glorious. Moving to number 4, you'll recognize this is Logical's pick for this list. Hot pants. Yes, just when miniskirts couldn't get any shorter, the ultimate groovy and hip shortest of shorts debuted to the delight of men everywhere. Many were shocked, but this fashion-forward look spoke to the liberation and equal rights of women, as well as that ubiquitous 60s mantra of free love. Well, Logical loves them anyway. Another musical milestone in 1969 was the release of Abbey Road by the Beatles. The tracks still sound fresh and intriguing 50 years later. It's impossible for me to pick one favorite track, from Here Comes the Sun to Polythene Pam and Golden Slumbers. It's all golden on Abbey Road. Abbey Road is highly sentimental amongst Beatle fans because it was the last album recorded by the group. It was actually released before Let It Be, however, as the Let It Be sessions were rife with production problems and negative infighting. The Abbey Road sessions were much breezier, and the McCartney line in the song The End, which goes, "And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. What a send-off to the 60s. It slays me every time." And in the number 2 spot, 1969 wouldn't have been 1969 without the immense and amazing 3-day music and peace event known as Woodstock, mounted in early August in upstate New York. Besides the amazing lineup of artists, Woodstock is very important because it has become a cultural touchstone. 500,000 young people lived and rocked in peace for 3 days without any visible form of security. Artists included Jimi Hendrix, The Grateful Dead, Ravi Shankar, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Jefferson Airplane, The Band, Janis Joplin. Flower girls, hippies, and even families participated in the event, which was, again, remarkable for its utter lack of violence or disturbance. Everybody wants to remember the 60s that way. And Woodstock gave us another mini Summer of Love. And for my number 1 pick, the 1969 moon landing. A triumph of technology and a harbinger of the human spirit, the U.S. moon landing captivated the world, with live television images being broadcast back to Earth to the utter amazement and delight of millions, if not billions, across the globe. NASA dealt with multiple failures and outright disasters during the near 10-year race to the moon set in motion by President John F. Kennedy. Despite these disappointments, the American space program marched on, culminating on July 20th, 1969, when for the first time through the millennia, man landed on and subsequently walked on the moon. All three astronauts returning to the planet Earth to tell the tale. This pristine event took the focus off the many worldwide problems reported every day by the news media that year, and renowned news anchor Walter Cronkite was momentarily speechless when word of the successful lunar landing came through. Emanating a sense of positive hope, the U.S. moon landing encapsulated the dreams of millions, delivering a fairy tale true story that definitely made this the #1 positive event of 1969. Well, thanks for checking in, everybody. I hope you enjoyed my top 5 positive events of 1969 list. And now I'm sending it back to you, Tom, and the Shills Life Show.